If you want to ascend into 5D, the key is to raise your vibration. So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do that will help you to raise your vibration and help you to ascend. So hey guys, I'm Laura and I make videos that will awaken your awareness. So firstly, I wanted to just give you a little bit of a rundown on what 3D and 5D actually is. So the first realization I had was there's different levels of consciousness. And I was like, that kind of started making sense to me as to why the world we're in is so negative, right? So humanity has been operating in 3D, which is a low level of consciousness. So that's why the world's so negative. That's why there's so much anger and hate and fear and violence. And even like natural disasters, I don't believe all of them are natural, but that's all part of this low level of consciousness. Now in the 3D, this is where we operate from our ego. And the ego is the false self. The ego is the mind. And because we operate from our ego, we're all about me. We think we're all separate from each other. And we have conditional love. You know, there's a whole list of things. I've got videos that go more in depth on what 3D looks like, but that's just to give you a little bit of an idea. And so humanity needs to basically evolve into 5D consciousness, which is a higher level of consciousness. This is where we operate from our soul. So our soul is our true self, the ego is the false self. And when we operate from the soul, instead of being me, it's we, it's unity instead of separation, because you realize that we're all connected as one. In 3D, we don't realize that we're connected as one. That's why we think that we're all separate. So the idea is that, like, if you hurt someone, you're actually hurting yourself because we're all connected. And this is where we have unconditional love. This is where we are a lot more positive and loving type beings, right? So we need to do this shift because humanity's pretty much gone down this negative path and we're destroying the earth, aka Mother Gaia. So Mother Gaia is her own, she's a living being herself. She has consciousness herself and we're basically destroying her. So souls have been sent in to help and assist with this shift because it needs to happen. It needs to happen because we could have really caused a lot of destruction. Back in World War II, we had atomic bombs and it was really bad, really serious. We could have really just destroyed this planet. So souls have been sent in to assist with this shift. And what's going to happen is the Earth's actually going to split into 2 different timelines. So the 3D timeline will still exist, and then there's going to be a split into a 5D timeline. So that means that not everyone's going to get to shift from 3D to the new Earth, which is the 5D Earth, right? I do think that most people will go to 5D, and I think the ones that will stay with 3D will be the types of people that are just really negative, really brainwashed, the ones that think it's a good idea to, get chips put into us. If anyone's awake enough, you know that putting chips in us is not a good thing. But there are people out there who thinks it's great, right? And I believe they'll be the ones that stay with the 3D Earth. So if you're watching this video, you're obviously awake enough to be clicking on the video. So I wouldn't worry too much. I would honestly believe you'll be going to 5D. Anyways, in this video, I'll share with you 5 things that you can do that will help you to raise your vibration to make sure you will go to 5D. So the first one is have no fear. So fear keeps you in the 3D. And fear is a tool that the elites are using to manipulate humanity, to pull our vibrations down. So fear vibrates at 100. Your natural state of being is the love frequency. When you were first born and you came in here on the planet, you came in at the love frequency, which is 500, whilst fear is 100, right? So they're trying to use fear as their tool to pull your energy down. So have no fear. Don't buy into the fear. Switch off from the media. The media is designed to push fear. The media is designed to push negativity. If you're watching this every day, it's going to just pull your energy down. The other thing is stop listening to these politicians. Politicians are nothing but puppets. that are playing the elites game, you know, pushing their little agendas and stuff. So they're going to be pushing fear as well. So anything that's fear-based, switch off from it, don't pay attention to it. And whatever's going on in the world, don't buy into the fear, because the chaos that's going on in the world, you know, especially in the last few years, that chaos is actually a part of the shift. It's part of the process. So when you understand that it's all just part of the process, you can just sit back and relax instead of buying into that fear of it all. Don't worry about it. The shift is happening. Most of us will be going to 5D. Don't worry about what's going on in the world right now. The second thing is this is really important, is to heal yourself. This is because a lot of us need healing, right? We all go through traumas, or, you know, we've all had someone that's backstabbed us or done us wrong. And, you know, you may have a grudge, you may have anger and resentment towards others. But again, this is all pulling your energy down into lower frequencies. So the key is to heal yourself. Start on your healing journey. I've got videos on my channel that talk about this sort of stuff. So if you like this sort of content, then subscribe and hit the bell notification and check out my videos. But you want to learn forgiveness. Forgiveness is important and forgiveness is key. So you want to forgive the people that have hurt you in the past, but you also want to forgive yourself. It's important to forgive yourself, because sometimes we make mistakes and then we might be hard on ourselves for it. So the key is to forgive others, forgive yourself. Let go of anger and resentment. It doesn't serve you. It's just dragging your energy down. Let go of grudges. If someone's done you wrong, realize there was a lesson for you to learn in it. That's what comes from painful experiences, is lessons and growth. You don't get lessons and growth from, you know, the good experiences, the pleasure type experiences. So see these past hurts in a positive light, as in, oh, there's a lesson there for me to learn. And yeah, so I highly recommend starting this healing journey. The other thing is like, we can heal our ego. So we can have a hurt ego. I think a lot of people have hurt egos that they project onto others, but people lack the awareness. They don't realize they're projecting their hurt ego onto other people. And I'll give you an example of this, right? So have you ever known someone that's like they're a know-it-all, and they always have to be right? They can't ever be wrong. That's coming from a hurt ego. It's the ego that wants to always be right. So the soul doesn't care. Like, the soul's your true self. The soul doesn't care about that stuff. So, for example, like the person that's a know-it-all that always has to be right, as a child, they might have been treated like an idiot that doesn't know anything by the appearance. And that hurt their ego. So now they've grown up to be someone that's always right and the know-it-all. You know what I mean? So the idea is to heal our ego as well. When we start healing our ego, for example, one of the signs of having a healed ego is you don't need to prove that you're right. You don't care about proving that you're right to anyone. I have videos on this like topic as well, if you want to check those out on my channel, on how to do ego work, how to heal the ego, signs of having a healed ego, all that sort of stuff. So yes, the second tip is to work on healing yourself, because when we start healing, our vibration naturally starts raising back up. And I am speaking from experience, because I have been on my own healing journey. I'm not completely healed, but I have healed parts of me. I've noticed a shift in my energy. I've noticed my vibrations raised. I used to be a very negative, pessimistic, low vibrational person. Now I'm I'm a happy, high vibrational person that is grateful for so much in life. Completely changed, right? So I know that this is really important work that will really make a change in your life. Now the third one is to improve your diet. Now this is because in Dolores Cannon's book, she talks about diet changes. So what's going to happen is we are going to, being in 3D, we are in a carbon-based body. And so what's going to happen is we'll go from a carbon-based body to a crystalline-based body. And that's why Dolores Cannon was talking about diet changes, to where we're going to eat more lighter foods like smoothies and salads, things that are like easier on the stomach, and, you know, things like having less red meat. She didn't really mention much about white meat, I don't think. I think white meat's still a light something that a light meat, I guess, that you can eat. But yes, improve your diet, clean it up. Ditch the processed foods, junk foods, alcohol, caffeine. Start drinking more water, fruits, veggies. Fruits and veggies are your high vibrational foods. And you want to aim to eat a rainbow on your plate. Different fruits, different colored fruits and veggies have different nutrients. So that's why they say to eat a rainbow. So that's why number 3, improve your diet, because it will help raise your vibration. Number 4 is to love more and judge less. So this is something I've had to work on myself. I think a lot of us judge other people, and I think a lot of us do it because, again, we may have a hurt ego, and I think it's just the society we're in. We're always around other people. Like, I've been around people that are judging others and like telling me their judgments towards someone else, and it's like, why do we do this? Why do we always have to be judging? I think it's because we have hurt egos or insecurities, and it's sort of like that saying, misery loves company. It's almost like judging others makes you feel better about yourself or something. I don't know, but that's something that I've really been training myself to do, is to stop judging people so much, pull back on the judgment. It's not my place to judge, and start loving people more for who they are. However, if someone is going to be a low vibrational person, then distance yourself from them, love them from afar. You don't have to hang around low vibrational negative people, but stop judging, because again, when you judge and you're criticizing, it's dragging your energy down. And love is your natural state of being. So like I said earlier, when you are born, you come in at the love frequency, which is 500. That's your natural state of being. We're supposed to be loving each other, unconditional love. We're supposed to be like we in unity, not judging and separateness. Okay, so start practicing that for yourself. That's something that I'm still sort of working on. Sometimes I find it difficult not to judge some people because of I just think some people make stupid decisions in life and then sit there with a poor me attitude, and then they're like doing things that I would never do because I know better, if you know what I mean. However, you got to think of people's circumstances. You don't know what they are. You don't know why the person thinks the way they do or whatever. It's not, again, not your place to judge. So I highly recommend focusing on loving people more. Spreading love. Number 5 is to have more fun. Have more fun in life. Have fun in the process, because seriousness weighs you down as well. Seriousness that is like a heavy, like solid type energy. And when you're all serious about everything, it's all rigid as well, and it's low vibrational, right? Whereas when you start having fun in life, the vibration raises. The vibration, like the energy is a lot more loose and light and free and flowing, and it's just, you feel better because of it, right? So you're naturally going to be in a high vibrational state. So to have more fun, firstly, realize you don't need to be serious all the time. Don't take life so serious. It's kind of like we're in a video game anyways. Like, it's not even, like, this reality we're in is an illusion anyway. Like the Row, Row, Row Your Boat song, and they say life is but a dream. They're saying it for a reason, because this life is actually a dream. So don't take it so serious. And so learn to find the joy in life. And that's going to look different for everyone, because we're all unique. Different things bring joy to different people or whatever, So you've got to find your, become mindful and have self-awareness when it comes to like what actually puts you in a joyful state. Start learning what, for example, for me, I know something that puts me in a joyful state, and that's just simply swinging on a swing at a playground. I'm like, who says adults have to grow up and be boring and they can't just go play on a swing? If it's something that brings you joy, do it. Who cares what people think? So I do it. I know it puts me in a good state. So figure out for you specifically what puts you in that joyful state. And just focus on passions and hobbies, the things that you enjoy to do. You might like painting. And having creative hobbies, I highly recommend that as well, because we are creative beings. So I believe having a creative hobby helps keep us happy in life, helps to keep us in a high vibrational state. Creative hobbies can come in so many different forms. So figure out your own hobbies and passions, figure out what you enjoy doing, what makes you happy, what puts you in, this high vibrational mood or a joyful mood, and that will keep you in a high vibrational state. And another tip I've learned is I recommend when you wake up in the morning, I recommend starting your day just being silly. Like sometimes I'll just be goofy around the house. I like live here by myself, right? So there's no one around, but like I'll just be silly, I'll just be silly, like, I don't know, I just goof around and then I kind of crack myself up a bit, But then I notice that because I've done that in the start of the day, the rest of my day I just have a better day because of it, because I'm in this free flowing light energy. So that's just one of my tips that you could try doing, is just be silly. You might have kids you can be silly with in the morning and just have a laugh and loosen up that vibe. So those are my 5 things I recommend for you to do that will definitely help you to raise your vibration into these high vibrational states. And the other cool thing about getting yourself into high vibrational states is you're actually better at manifesting. Then like your manifestations are weak when you're in low vibrational states. But when you're in these high vibrational states and you're trying to manifest and create the reality you want, it happens a lot easier and a lot faster. So I hope you like this video, guys. I hope you got some sort of value out of it. If you did, let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And comment down below if you're going to apply these 5 things into your life. I would love to know. And if you like this sort of content, if you like to learn about how to heal your ego, how to heal yourself, how to ascend, how to raise your vibration, how to manifest, then subscribe and hit the bell notification. I hope I see you on the next video. Have an awesome day. Peace.